Getting started gardening can seem overwhelming. There is so much to learn. One of the best ways to learn about gardening is by experience. Your confidence and knowledge will grow right along with your garden as you plant and harvest different vegetables in your garden. And in today's video, I'll share my top 10 choices for 10 easy to grow herbs and vegetables that are perfect for beginners. But if we haven't met before, my name's Angela from Growing in the Garden, and I love to share garden inspiration and helpful tips so you can be successful in your own garden. As you're getting started planting those first things in your garden, there are 3 important things that you need to remember. First is your soil. Your garden is only as good as your soil. The second consideration is whether to plant seeds or transplants. Learn a little bit about the vegetables and herbs you'd like to grow and learn whether they do best from seed or transplant. And finally, knowing when to plant. Planting your vegetables and herbs at the right time will give you the best chance of success. Plants have a preferred growing temperature and will always grow best if grown in the right conditions. There's no closer thing to instant gratification in gardening than growing radishes. Radish seeds sprout easily, grow quickly, and are ready to harvest almost sooner than anything else you can grow. Radishes do best planted from seed. Radishes prefer cool weather. Give radishes plenty of room to grow, plenty of sunlight, and they will grow well. Harvest radishes when they are young and tender for best flavor. Beans are another fast-growing, easy-to-grow vegetable. Beans do best started directly from seed right in the garden. Beans prefer warm temperatures and do best started in warm soil. Look for disease-resistant and stringless varieties of bush beans. Plant them in the garden about twice as deep as the seed is big. The best time to harvest beans is when they are about the thickness of a pencil, when they are nice and firm and not too soft, but before those inside beans begin to form. Another easy to grow vegetable that gives you a rather large harvest for a small amount of space is peas. Because peas typically grow vertically, you're able to grow more in less space. Peas do best started from seed directly in the garden. Peas prefer cooler weather. When you plant your peas, give them something to climb right away. Peas love to grow vertically, and as they sprout, they will grow up that trellis. Harvest peas often to encourage more peas to form and develop on the plant. Peppers are another top choice for easy to grow vegetables. Peppers do best started from transplant. Peppers grow best in warm weather. Plant pepper transplants in warm soil. Give pepper plants some support, similar to tomatoes. Pick off the blossoms for the first couple of weeks and allow those plants to settle in. Provide fertilizer about once a month. Keep them harvested to encourage more production. Another easy to grow favorite is basil. Basil is a warm loving herb that grows well throughout the summer in most areas. Look for a location with plenty of sunlight and warm soil. If you're just getting started gardening, look for basil transplants. They will grow really well in your garden. The trick with basil is to keep it pruned back. Basil always wants to flower and produce seeds, and we want to keep it cut back to encourage nice leafy growth. Cut it back just above 2 leaves. Keep that basil plant cut back, and pretty soon you'll have a nice, full, bushy basil plant. Another easy to grow favorite is Swiss chard. Before I started gardening, I'd never even heard of Swiss chard. It's one of those vegetables that grows really well in almost any garden. It can take a little bit of cold, it can take the heat, and it just keeps on producing those beautiful green leaves. Plant Swiss chard from seeds or from transplants. It grows well from either one. Harvest individual outer leaves as needed, and that central stalk is going to continue producing more and more leaves. There are so many delicious ways to enjoy Swiss chard once you've learned how to grow it. Garlic chives are another really simple to grow herb. They're a perennial herb that come back year after year in most areas. I like to start garlic chives from transplant. So plant garlic chives in the spring. In mild winter areas, you could also plant garlic chives in the fall. Harvest garlic chives by cutting several stalks all the way down to the ground, never taking more than about 1/3 of the plant at a time. Plants may die back in a freeze, but they'll come back each spring. Another easy to grow favorite is garlic. Look for seed garlic from your local nursery. Typically, soft neck varieties do best in hot climates, and hard neck varieties do best in cold climates. Choose the right variety for your climate for the best chance of success. In most areas, you're going to plant garlic in the fall. Fertilize garlic once or twice during the season. When several of those outer stalks begin to die back, you're getting close to harvest time. Dig down and check one of your bulbs and see if it's ready to harvest. Another favorite easy to grow vegetable is summer squash. Summer squash is a warm season crop that does best during the warmer months. Summer squash does best planted from seed directly in the garden. If you're going to use transplants, look for young, healthy transplants that are not root bound. Keep your summer squash well watered and well fed throughout the season. If you're finding your fruits are withering and not producing fruit, you may need to hand pollinate. Hand pollination is easy. Pluck a male flower, peel back the petals, and transfer the pollen from the male flower to the female flower. Summer squash has the best flavor when it's picked young. My last pick for easy to grow vegetables are beets. Beets come in many sizes, shapes, and colors and are grown for their roots as well as the delicious greens. Start beets from seed. Each beet seed contains 2 to 3 beets. Thin the seedlings when beets are about 3 inches tall. The trick with beets is to give them good soil, good watering, and lots of sunlight. Beets taste best if they grow quickly. Begin harvesting beets when they're about 1 inch wide. Those are my top 10 choices for easy to grow vegetables for beginners. Let me know in the comments some of your favorites. Thank you so much for watching.